It's not working. Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is a hot evening in the city of Brownsville. Well, at least it's hot inside my office. I'll tell you that much.
No comment.
Well, it's kind of weird because it's so. It's hot inside my office. I'll tell you that. Of course, I got YouTube going on.
No comment.
Well, it's hot because air conditioning stopped working, and that sucks because it's about to be summer, and my air conditioning just stopped working. And unfortunately for me, I don't have a contract with BISD.
Why? What does that mean? With air conditioning?
With maintenance. I mean, it's not like I'm not. It's not like I'm a former employee of
Well, I was
maintenance,
going to say if you were former BISD, but you are a former BISD something or other,
but not an employee.
you could have figured something out.
Well, part of that thing, Maggie, is like a lot of people ask me that. I go like, you know, when you're not part of that corrupt political machine, you don't know about how those tranzas work.
All
You just
that's what I want to know. That's what I want you to sometimes explain it to me like I'm an 8-year-old. How do these tranzas work? How does this connection work? Because I cannot figure it out.
well,
I mean, you've said it a little bit before. I've asked you before, but how do people figure out how to make it work for them?
no,
Comment.
I understand the gist of it.
Oh, pues I understand kind of the gist of it too, but
I don't understand, you know, por qué se les hace tan fácil ser tan ratas. I just don't get it. Let's go to the comments and then we'll go in. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
hey, Joe, did you watch the board meeting, Joe? Just wondering. Nothing to do with Joe. Just wondering if a BIC employee watched the board meeting.
I don't know how many of you were watching. I sure as heck wasn't. I just got back from Monterrey, had worship service, and did a horrible job preaching tonight.
Should have let it go to somebody else. I just sat in a 3-hour board meeting and it was short.
I should have given it up to someone else.
You
I
should
should
have.
I should have asked someone, for today. But I had this is what happens. I had this topic in my head. You know, I had this topic in my head. I've been reading on it. I've read 2 books already, and I was ready to go out there and throw it out at the church tonight. It just didn't happen. I didn't feel it. It wasn't there.
You didn't feel it because you were tired, or it was one of those days?
It was one of those days. And,
Oh.
and I tell people that you don't always have to hit a home run when you're
Mm-hmm.
the best pastor in Texas and north of Tamaulipas.
I hit
Sometimes
a home run today. I just want you to know. But
you
go
were
on.
you were preaching.
No, I was a librarian today, and I was a pretty darn good one. I had a kid randomly come and give me a hug while I was sitting there checking books out. He's like, "I just love this place." Like,
Well,
anyways, go on.
well, I'm glad one of us had a great.
Great work day. I did, and I wanted to stay in bed and sleep all day long, and I didn't. Go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to take away from your sadness. Go.
It was so bad that literally, I mean, I stepped down within 20 minutes. That's it.
Ooh.
I read a couple of verses. I ain't got nothing for you guys. See ya. And the kids were probably upset because the kids were having Bible class, and I'm sure they were kind of pretty upset. They were probably going like, "Why do we have to suffer without class just because you sucked at preaching tonight?"
No, I'm gonna go with the kids in Bible class. Went cha-ching. See ya.
Let's keep
How old
going.
are they?
Huh?
How old?
I guess like junior highish kids.
Oh, they were glad you were short today.
Carlos de Leon,
Junior.
Rodrigo Gabriel, my friend Carlos de Leon opened a new restaurant, Mudsling Hamburgers. Ah, I actually wanted to go that. Matthew, send me a message, please. Give me the information. I actually saw that on social media and I literally wanted to attend.
Hey, Sam.
Ahorita le
Hey,
hablo,
how's it
Sam.
going, Maggie? Sorry, it's because I was getting some information right now about the recent, I guess, shooting over here in Los Fresnos.
How shooting?
What?
happened. Yeah, there was shooting like a couple of days ago.
Oh,
A guy ended up. For me, when I first heard about it, it was like they had run over the guy, and apparently not. I guess he was shot and then left there.
You sound kind of like the Brownsville Herald.
with some
Uh,
information.
no, it's because when I heard about it,
There
like
you go, guys. This is what happened.
it was I when I heard about it, I thought they had run over the guy.
Brownsville Herald.
But
What? Oh yes.
not anymore.
Matthew, send me the information, please, in regards to where this is at, because I saw it and I plan to go to it. And if you send me the information tonight, I'll be there tomorrow. Actually, I ordered mole tomorrow. Yeah, I'll still go. I will. I promise, Matthew. Send me the information inbox.
Quick question: where's the place at? Mudslide.
Mudslingers.
Oh,
That's what I just asked, man.
if you
The
get here on
mudslingers,
time,
mudslingers.
If you weren't out there telling your wife, ahorita lavo los trastes, no te preocupes, ahorita.
Hey, Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty, did you watch the board meeting?
So I'm sure she did. Good evening. Good evening. So let's get into the basic. Who is Varela? We'll get there. Trust me. It's coming. ¿Qué onda con esas fotos, Erasmo? Which ones?
¿cuál de todas?
Carlos de Leon Jr. is a bartender and can give you the best drinks you need in Brownsville. I need that right about now.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening. Airbnb owners, be aware of renter. He'll throw up on the wall. Hi, Maggie. Well, Maggie's not the only one on here, Commissioner.
Hey, on April 3rd, I think there's gonna be like a bike ride with Roy de los Santos. I think it's April 3rd.
No.
And you can go with your bike with some no tight clothing for you, sir, please.
I could go in my 70s shorts.
I think it's on April 3rd from the event center all the way to the battlefield over here on Paredes.
Round one? How much? 150. Huh? 150. Let's do it. Right now? Yeah, so I can go and get it. Whoa. They're fixing my air conditioning.
Oh, good. So you do have
¿Es el primo o qué?
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing? Guys,
Hey, what's up?
out there needs help
Ya
with
te
it.
ves si no eres el primo.
If anyone out there needs help with the air conditioning, call call Saul.
No, call the intern, man.
I'll do your maintenance on your AC. I'll be
right back. Thank you. He's fixing my air conditioner.
Voy a dejar la escalera así puesta.
No. He's fixing my air conditioner at this time of the night. You can't beat that, dude.
So I think we should have breakfast, Sam, Mr. De Los Santos, and myself. Not necessarily. We don't need Erasmo there. Not that we don't want you there. We just don't necessarily need you there.
Well, go right on his damn stuff thing. Santos.
It is bien celoso.
No, go. Yo, have fun.
Oh, no.
Go.
Oh, did you hear the latest gossip? Well, go to the comments and then to see if you heard the latest gossip.
Hola, Cheese, Maggie. Tavo Hermoso. Good evening, Erasmo. Maggie and Sam. Another great day in the Rio Grande Valley. Lots of great things. Exciting for our entrepreneurs challenge. Several teams from across the valley. You're amazing. The photo of you and your dentist sitting in a tree. That was a cute picture.
What picture is that? I missed it. Oh, and by the way, my kid asked that we make this a short night because she would like to spend time with me.
Again? Didn't you spend time together last night?
Yeah, we did. She loves me.
She is not normal. No,
she is.
No normal teenager wants to. I want to spend time with you, Mom. Angelica, Patricia Alejandra, not one single teenager.
Yes, they are. Go back and watch it, Peppermint Patty.
Ask your friends, Patricia Alejandra, not one single one of your friends.
I'm the cool mom, though. I just want you to know. I'm the cool mom.
Hola, Juan Ramos Hermoso. I can confirm, Carlos de Leon Jr. Rodrigo, you're amazing. April 2nd, 9:30 event center. Why do you
Oh,
pick?
wait, for a second. My bad.
Yeah, why do you pick a date that y'all know I will not be in town? Not that I
It
would go.
just the stars align to where it's perfect.
That's this Saturday. I cannot this Saturday.
Not that I would go bike riding with you, but still,
What's going on at the event center?
Oh
Maggie,
no, that's where it starts.
the
It
bike
goes from the event center all the way to the Palo
Oh,
Alto battlefield.
and this
no,
is
no, no. I did not talk about exercising, Mr. De Los Santos.
proof that Maggie
I was
never.
talking about eating
I'm
This is,
pretty sure he's also being forced into this.
and preferably something sweet.
this is proof that Maggie never listens to anything Sam says.
No, I
Yes.
didn't.
No
What
one
did you
does.
say? No, I didn't.
I'm glad Maggie is here. Stop making her mad as well. No te va a endorse AOB. Uh, let me say, guys.
Oh my god, the day that AOB endorses Lopez.
Oh my God, let me tell you, it's gonna be an interesting day. Let me tell you. But let me say, is that for a lot of people out there that think that Maggie was extra rude with me, and that Aggie was, and I was upset with Maggie. You're right.
That's the chisme sound. Did you hear the chisme?
Which one?
That Erasmo and I were angry with each other. Andábamos peleados. I had 3 different
Um,
people ask me, ¿están peleados? ¿Ya se pelearon?
I think I've been
I'm
more
like,
mad at Alejandra than I've been with Maggie.
why?
hey, these
Because she didn't sell you the backpack.
Don't do a Will Smith on me, Maggie.
guys- no. Don't you Chris Rock on me.
Yes.
No.
But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Don't don't mock my beloved.
How did I get excluded from all this conversation? Especially
Very
with
easily. Very easily. Go keep going on the messages.
if I would
I
have
mean on the
feelings,
comment.
if I would have feelings, they'd be hurt right now. Well, Linda,
Más que if you're gonna be with Roy de los Santos, Maggie, you gotta prepare because as far as I know, his breakfasts are with like mimosas and stuff.
Who's?
Roy de los Santos.
Well, so is Erasmus.
Oh, true. I saw that Toscapino picture he posted up last time. The eggs Benedict,
who?
Roy de los Santos.
Mr. De Los Santos.
He's posting too many pictures of his eggs. That ain't no cool picture, Erasmo. It's cute.
What picture of you guys underneath the tree? I looked. I
It
can't
was
find
just a
it.
simple picture of them being right next to each other.
It's so
Ah,
cute.
okay.
It's a cute picture.
Okay.
Too
I
close for comfort.
literally thought some
Nambe.
gorgeous California tree and you guys sitting underneath.
It was just grass in a tree. You can get that picture
Grass,
en la paredes.
California.
And there's a whole lot of grass right there by the bridge, right there by the industrial park too.
Sweet. You'll have me, Maggie. Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Wait a minute. I thought.
Oh, it's because Maggie said that she wanted something sweet instead of bike riding.
Oh,
Boom, chicka, wow, wow. And all this time, I thought one of those two was gay.
apparently that's me, according to half your public.
Yeah, because she looks like Anderson Cooper.
Wait, let me see where I need to get some glasses that look like Anderson Cooper. More.
Call the mayor live. No, if I get 75 likes on YouTube, I'll call the mayor live.
Forget it.
I think you will.
The
Love
75
you dearly, but forget it.
75 likes on YouTube, and I will call the mayor live.
Con que se oiga el voicemail.
Yeah.
The day Maggie goes on breakfast with Roy without Erasmo le va a dar un ataque. Maggie will be dead to you're dead to me. No, I'm more of a Bloody Mary or Carajillo guy, but remember, can't drink on probation. You pasitas non-drinking commissioner that doesn't have a state seal on it. Saludos a AB.
So it was just an orange juice.
But eggs Benedict avocado toast. You know
Avocado toast. I know you're gonna comment on that. Say it.
why? I mean, it's like he doesn't even have to try to sound gay. Avocado toast.
What? Dude,
No one in Brownsville except that Erasmo Castro eats avocado toast. No one.
Angelica does too. She loves avocado toast.
Who?
My kid, we were gonna buy last night. We were gonna buy a squishmallow that was avocado toast.
Let me tell you, I had avocado toast with my dentist. It's the first time he ever had it. He was amazed. I'm going like, it's amazing.
Is it that good, really? I hope we're making you laugh.
That is laughter.
Today, just today, and it was someone at the board meeting. So it's someone with BISD who works for BISD told me, "Hey, I've been watching you on Erasmo," and I went, "Hey, I hope we're entertaining you." And they said, "Yes, you are."
Hey, it's the best gig in town. Let me put the money in my pocket before somebody walks
okay.
in the office and takes it.
The thing you explained because it looked differently.
These are eat avocado toast. Yeah, and yeah. Yeah. I figured there was you know
That toast should only be eaten with cream cheese. Avocado's too overrated.
you have to have avocado toast with a beet spread. My lord, it's amazing.
That reminds me, I've been wanting to tell you, and I do like beets. I don't know how to fix them.
Oh, I can show you.
John Cowan's wife one time made beets and they were delicious. And I've always wanted to learn how to make beets.
Let me tell you,
I have.
I think John Cowan is delicious. I mean, what are we talking about? Beets. No, beets. Beets are delicious. That's what I
I
meant.
just had a cold Robbie this past weekend. I got it from the farmer's market. And the gentleman who was standing there explaining it to me how to cook it, thank you very much. Look it up. Kohlrabi. The inside is like a potato. It kind of tastes a little bit like a jicama. I cut it all up and put it in the raw. Tastes good, but I cut it up and I put it in with my mariscos, caldo de mariscos. Actually, you couldn't taste it, but it was good to be able to add another vegetable. Are we not listening? Hello, did I lose you guys?
Yeah, once you started talking about
Yeah,
I lost you at kohlrabi.
once you started saying kohlrabi and started to spell it, you lost the sound.
Go.
I think beets. I've only had it like on those like multi-fruit shakes.
Fruity Pebbles for breakfast.
Juices.
That reminds me, we went to tropical. What is it called? Yeah, he'd lose his mind. What is it called?
Like tropical smoothies, I think it's
Yes,
called.
what is it called? Tropical what?
Oh, Tropical Texas?
Nambe, the restaurant, not the restaurant, but the little juice bar thing.
That's
Yes.
Juan Pablo Quisel.
Yes, tropical what?
Tropical.
Is it tropical smoothie? Is that what it is?
That's
I
Yeah.
want to say smoothie.
Tropical smoothie cafe. I had an
Yes.
avocado. Avocado, spinach, kale, pineapple, coconut, and lime.
You might be gay.
Delicious. I apparently.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe. That's it. That's the name.
Thank you.
Oh,
An
yes.
avocado smoothie. Delicious.
Before we get into the BISD stuff and we start making fun of Commissioner Los Santos, let me. I got a message today. You know, the people. I try to answer questions as much as possible. They said, "Cuando se obtiene," I hope they're watching. Cuando se obtiene el marriage license, ¿es para un casamiento legal? We're like,
Let me guess. Was that Mo?
Pobrecito Mo, déjenlo en paz.
$20, bro.
I saw. I heard.
Maggie, does he not owe me $20?
Yeah,
See?
but Mo did say I am married.
No, it is posted
On
that
the
he's
show.
married.
But on the show, he
On
did
the show.
say I'm
And
married.
posted. And I told Sam, I don't think that's a true marriage.
I know you kept saying that.
Pero I do owe you $20, pero que Dios te lo pague.
Just because it's Wednesday.
Pero se das bien pagado.
Just because I'm the best pastor in the state of Texas and North Tamaulipas who did a horrible job at church tonight doesn't mean that you have to pay me.
Go,
I asked you
comment.
there. What did you say?
I have several books that are Star Trek related that I want to do. Yes.
Absolutely, yes. That is a very popular theme.
Yeah,
Yes, Mr. Lerma, please.
they might not get to Maggie, but yeah, please don't. I love Star Trek. How did it feel to be Jessica's lapdog? Let me tell you, it's okay. I mean, I've been other people's lapdog before, but Jessica, has good bone structure.
Which Jessica would that be? The board member
I have no idea, but it sounded good.
or the commissioner?
Let's go into very, very quickly because Snoopy asked, and I just wanted to get everyone else that was going to come on here. Let me explain this Barrera thing very, very quickly. As well as I have information on it, Edwin Barrera is the grants writer for BISD, who's in charge of fixing up the libraries through the Libro grant. Is that correct, Maggie? That's for?
So far, yes.
Yeah, Libro grant. So what happens is there's certain questions being asked in regards to how the funds were distributed to several schools. The way that I've understood it as of right now is that a lot of the schools out there were only allotted certain amounts of money. I'll give you an example. Like they were allotted $50,000, and the librarians and the people in the libraries basically went out and said it's just not going to be enough. So they said, well, we're going to make do with what we can. So all of a sudden, they start getting in their buddies out here, contractors, to come out and do a lot of the work at a lot of these libraries. And what happens is that all of a sudden, maintenance department has to come in and finish off a lot of the work that was left undone by a lot of these folks. So now there's questions in regards to how much money was actually spent on these. Was this money distributed to the best of the abilities of the individuals, and was there supervision in regards to them? Because there now seems to be a couple of individuals that are working in the office of Edwin Barrera that are related to the contractor that was doing the work for the school. So, is there a conflict of interest? Apparently, there is.
That is news to me.
Well, and so what happens is then did this guy get first dibs? How was this guy chosen in regards to other individuals? But I'm going to tell you exactly. What happened, Maggie. Because, and again, I don't know, but I'll tell you exactly what happened because it's the same way that everybody else does it. I don't know if you remember, but remember this IES school out here? The IES schools that were all over the place. The IES schools were another Southwestern Keys where they had all these kids out there.
Yeah.
And, this was from Ruben Gallegos.
Yes. Okay.
And then all of a sudden, the guy was making like $500,000 a year, which was okay. But besides the $500,000 a year, was they were also getting this contractor people out there, and they were telling them like, "Hey, man, I need to fix this light right here, or my air conditioner. Like right now, that my intern is out there fixing the air conditioner. I gotta fix the air conditioner. My intern comes, says it's going to be $150, and I said, okay, perfect. I'm going to pay you $300, but give me a receipt for $30,000. So
that big of a difference.
It's an immense. I'm giving you example.
No,
numbers.
I know you give me an example, but when
I just add like another $500 or $1,000 to it.
No,
it's the same way they do with all the contracts of the kickbacks.
Exactamente, Sam. I don't know if Maggie, you remember back during the Reagan eras where a toilet seat cost like $10,000.
Yeah.
And a hammer cost like.
I remember
the same
that.
thing that's happening with the military contracts. Everything is overpriced, and that's why when Trump came in, he was like no to all of that nonsense.
Exactamente. It's the same scam. And Sam is right. When Trump came in, he goes, no. We're not buying hammers for $20,000.
I remember that too.
So they started to cut off that crap. Well, all these people out here, the Sylvia Atkinsons and all these other folks out here, they did the same thing, Maggie. Look at what was going on with the maintenance department in regards to the fertilizer. And then people were saying, oh, Erasmo's crazy. Erasmo's out of his freaking mind. Going like, well, let's see. And then all of a sudden, the fertilizer hits the fan. And Erasmo Castro was proven correct.
It's amazing how easily those puns fall into place. But go on.
The same thing happened with the barbacoa gate. Erasmo Castro was on here screaming his beautiful butt off. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Trust me. It's white, but it's beautiful. Screaming my beautiful butt off here. Going out there. Guys, there's an issue out here. They're serving your kids spoiled meat. And everyone's going like, Erasmo, you're crazy. It's not happening. I'm going like, guys, they're contracting. They're getting the meat from Mexico. Erasmo, you're full of crap. You're full of fertilizer. That's what they told me, Maggie. That was full of fertilizer. I'm going like, no, guys.
And that's federal money, right?
It's federal funds. The same thing with the Libro grant. It's federal monies because it's a grant, and I'm going to think that it's coming from the Department of Education. Am I correct?
I think so, yes. And it was an $8 million grant.
Well, let me tell you, $8 million amongst compadres goes a long, long way.
Well, 5 million of it, 5.2 million, I remember, is for BISD. And the reason why we got the grant, the way it was explained to the librarians is the reason why we were able to get the grant was because we said we would also help Port Aransas since they had Hurricane Harvey hit. So we were helping those libraries. I don't know how we were, but that money also went to them.
The $8 million, separate money, or
5.2 stayed here. What's the difference? 2.8 went to Port Aransas to help those libraries.
Well, look, I'm glad that part of that money is going to Port Aransas, 5%. But look, I'm going to say this really, really quickly, and it's the crumb thing.
I know.
It's a crumb thing, and I want, and I'm glad Mr. Los Santos is out there listening, because this is my issue. I've just been proven right so many times. I mean,
yet again,
every single time, guys, every single time, I'm waiting to be proven wrong. I'm waiting to be proven wrong. The thing with that graduation center, it's still going on. There's a lawsuit out there against the individuals. They've already been banned from BISD, and then all of a sudden, all the little parkers out there, the park people, they're all saying that was full of crap, full of fertilizer. We're like, show me that I'm wrong. But this is my issue with the crumbs things. Everyone out there, every single librarian, everyone.
Librarian.
Those.
It was $90,000, by the way. Each library got $90,000, or was supposed to. Go on. Sorry.
That was 9 up. Every single librarian out there went out there, and rightfully so. They praise these people. They praise great job, great job, everything's great, which it appeared to be great. This is what happens with a lot of the things here in the city of Brownsville. Here in the front, they appear to be nice, shiny objects. Look over here, Maggie. Over here. Look at this. This is for you, Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
But underneath the table, they're ripping you off like a dead, blind dog. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because we do not get the full effect of all the resources that come down here because we've got ratas, and the system needs to be extracted from the damn roots. And until the day I get proven wrong, until the day that I call out corruption here, until that day, then I might start talking about everything is peachy keen, everything is wonderful, everything is
oh, how I love my biking trails. Oh, how I love my biking trails.
We'll go back to farmers market.
I'm going to go April the 2nd and ride a bike with Mr. Commissioner De Los Santos.
Comment.
Except I will be in
Cancun.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Did you hear about that warning today?
No.
There was a Cancun, literally out of Cancun, the airport, shooting.
Yeah, someone said that to me. I'm going like, I think Frankie sent that to me. Like, make sure you have a will. I'm going like,
Talks to you?
Sometimes, but it has to do with money. Like, make sure that you have a will out there. And we're like, well, gee, thanks, Papa.
Frankie.
What?
So Frankie's asking you to put him on his
on his will.
Put him in your will.
Yeah. I mean,
Frankie, everything's gonna go to the cats.
Everything.
The whole amount's gonna. You know what, Frankie? Apply for the job as being the cat caretaker,
Everything is going to the cats.
and then
So
you can embezzle the cat money. And Erasmo will be doing flips in his grave.
flip flopping away. A Star Wars music concert coming to end of April to benefit TSC Foundation. I'm ecstatic, and I will probably be there if I am not
That
in.
sounds pretty cool.
I haven't seen the announcements for it.
Yeah, same here. But that sounds pretty cool.
Good
Yeah.
evening. Good evening.
Hey, Miss Francis.
Hopefully we'll get some information before the day before the event.
Hey, make sure you record like in Colombia, the whole shootings and everything. Which you said you were, but you didn't.
I was scared. Carlos Leon Jr. also has thread stock BTG business. They sell clothes from crates overseas from Pakistan, Africa. All proceeds go to Ukraine effort. I need some of those clothes. So what are you going to do about the fertilizer or the barbacoa? No, it's what I did.
It's under investigation, ain't it?
No,
It's long past, isn't it?
yeah, barbacoa gate. The problem. Let me tell you the problem with the barbacoa. And again, I dig deep into the barbacoa gate when I was on the board. The problem was again, Sylvia Atkinson had control of the board with Esteban Salazar. And let me tell you, they did their best to keep all that information from us. They did.
I thought I saw Sylvia Atkinson at the board meeting. I just want you to know.
Impossible.
I know, but I thought I saw her.
That would have been crazy.
I should have taken a picture.
Yeah, but it wasn't her.
And it was she was
I
sitting
said the
next to
same
Mary
thing when I thought I
Stoner.
saw that other guy.
Yeah, I know. We're seeing their doppelgangers.
That's crazy, right? Because a couple people said, "Oh, yo la vi comiendo acá." She's in Bryan, Texas, federal prison. No, and again, we called it out. The fertilizer. I mean, as of right now, that was under current investigation because again, that money was federal funds. The way they got away with it was because they kept the amount that was being spent under $50,000. Remember that? If it's 8 million, there's nothing you can do about it.
How so?
Is more the money, the easier it is to corrupt. The PUB and that housing project the city is doing is going to be a huge racket. Yeah, let me say.
What's that POB? The POB.
PUB.
Okay.
And let me say, this is why.
Or maybe he's talking about the port of Brownsville.
Okay.
But if you could correct that on the next comment, that'd be great.
Which should be like in like next 1 second. But let me say, this is and why, guys. This is why I am always so concerned about the like we were talking about the arena. And I know Mr. Dos Santos is a pro arena, and that's great. Again, look, one of the things that I think that Maggie and I proved, we don't always have to agree on everything. We could we argue about stuff here and there. Doesn't mean that we hate each other or we're upset with each other, you know. Just Maggie that's upset with me, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's because like on the arena thing, like I don't see it clearly, but then when just Costco's kind of like gives us information, he kind of like clarifies that those blurry lines. And then I see other people that are like, "Oh, when you build it, it will come and this and that." But I'm like,
My concern, Sam, again,
I don't know.
my
I gotta see
concern,
more facts on it or more information.
my concern is with this type of administration that we have. It's like this culture that's here, Maggie, a culture that automatically is only thinking about the damn contracts. And think of it, they're at the end of their tenure, you know. So why is it that they're so insistent when they're this close to being kicked out of office? You know, it's like let me put my ducks in order before I'm out. Because let me say,
called the retirement fund.
Exactamente. Because they've got contractors, Maggie, waiting to get their contract signed. Who's going to sign it? This administration. I don't want these guys signing anything. I want the next administration that comes in January. I want
that way you hold them accountable.
Exactamente. Because there's no accountability, Maggie. These guys, if you reelect these guys, and again, it may sound self-serving. I don't care. If you reelect Cascos and that Garza guy and what's that other guy's name? Joey Lopez. If you bring these people back, this county's screwed. And they're going to say, look, we built you an arena. Isn't it pretty? and they made millions.
And then it's gonna be, I hope not. Lord, I hope not. And Mr. De Los Santos, I don't mean to be a negative Nelly, but I'm afraid then it's gonna sit there and get pigeon crap all over it. Ooh, and I said a bad word. Just like
Everything else does.
Titan tires. What else? Give it
Hey,
to me.
just
What
to
else?
confirm, just to like clarify here, it's negative Nancy.
What'd I say? Negative Nelly? Hi, hello.
Yes.
I'm looking it up. What else, Erasmo? Go down the
The
list. We need
audience here
a
wanted me to
producer.
clarify that.
The
We
bridge
need
to nowhere and NASCA. And look, we still don't have an audit. And I know everyone out there saying, well, we're going to get it in May. Well, we'll see. I hope I'm proven wrong. I'm going to dare say we're not going to find a lot of stuff.
Don't.
Ahorita la
on.
voy-
Sorry, now it's got my kids trying to jump in the camera and everything.
No, come in. He's cute. You got cute kids. I don't know how the hell you did that. I think your PIR on me proved you wrong. PIR.
Um,
I don't know what that would be.
Is this like LGBTQ language?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, FYI,
Um,
Negative Nelly and Negative Nancy are both on the
I
internet.
actually went and Googled that crap.
I do.
Oh my
it's a new term.
Just
Because
because
it's the librarian in me. I want to know the information.
she has a doctorate degree.
Nah, cállate. Never say that. It's
What's
the
a
librarian in me.
PIR?
Comments. Ándale.
Why would
Well,
go?
this is gonna get interesting.
Are you waiting for the?
You can't prove a negative. The question is, can you prove you are right? That is the question. Stop confusing me with the facts, bro. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Prove it wrong. It's the culture we have. That's
But
It's
we
not
don't
only in
want that.
Roger though. Like it's
no
South Texas
It's
or
everywhere.
everywhere, man. It goes all the way up to federal.
But
But
what I hate, Sam. Let me tell you what I hate. A lot of people, it's like, well, just grin and bear it. It's like it happens everywhere. No, I don't give a rat's.
Yeah,
I'm not
we
gonna
can correct it here. As long as we correct it here, we should be
I'm not gonna
good.
cuss like
It doesn't
Maggie
even matter even if it happens anywhere else.
because I'm
When
not I'm not gonna cuss like Maggie because not that I don't have a doctor's degree, but I'm not gonna say the C word. But when are we going to stop letting the fertilizer, you see, Maggie, seep through our pores, guys? And again, I don't care about what happens everywhere else. I care what happens here in Brownsville and Cameron County, that which affects our children. Because at the end of the day, guys, and I've said this before, you can hate yourself as much as you want. You can not want better things for yourself. That's okay. But if you have children, you better hope to leave a better tomorrow for them today.
forget that. Never mind if you just have children. Who do you think is going to take care of your tired old tush in 20, 30 years? Our kids from here. So we need to
He's
make
not-
it a better
he's-
community.
Va de ganas con 5 years. Este guy.
There's 5 years. No, but I mean, seriously, it's our kids that are in school right now that are going to take care of us. We've got to make it a better community for them.
I'm gonna have my use my cat's ear to hide my crooked nose.
Okay, go
yeah.
on.
No, but I probably won't be here in the next 20, 30 years, but I'm sure that I won't be. With that,
But that's why I was mentioning last time about having like a master plan for the city. Or that way you can have it as a guide. It's not going to be exactly like that in 20 years, but at least you have more or less of a guide.
But honestly, the truth, how has Brownsville changed in the past 20, 30 years?
We have gotten more commerce.
Well,
in
Let
District
me
3.
tell you this.
but not at the rate, that other cities have. Let's be honest. Not the way other cities have. Not the rate. But I'm more concerned, like, how have we pushed the bar farther, and we're stagnant. And again, and I made mention to the zoo, the libraries, the
Camille Playhouse,
that Camille Playhouse,
the bikes and trails.
Fertilizer hit the ground, not banned. You have sex the way you want it, I'll have sex the way I want it. Since you eat avocado toast.
Maybe it's the both same way. So you both have avocado toast.
Maggie, there's a dangling squishmallow. Squirrel.
Yeah.
Damn! I love you. Good evening, everyone. Tonight's special meeting talks on a master plan along Brownsville, Resacas. When will the city stop build trails all over? Why not focus on attracting more commercial development? Did
Mhm.
the city have a meeting?
I don't know what special meeting.
I think that was the one about the Artesaca de la Palma's lighting. I'm not too sure, but I seen that around. I know I've seen like some sort of like a plan on that.
Yeah, we need economic development more than anything in the world. Cat caretaker and weatherman on the show. And he put his hairs all in my mouth. Hey, from San Antonio Riverwalk, does because I live there. By yourself or with the missus or the mister?
I know a whole lot of like I know that there's a tent city in downtown San Antonio as well.
Hello, Olga Hermosa. Hello. But yes, the budget meeting, a joke. We're gonna go into the in the last minutes that we have. We're gonna go into the consolidating.
41 minutes already went by. Damn, and we haven't talked about anything.
We did talk about the fertilizer.
That's a
There's
picture,
the
Maggie.
tree. Thank you.
My God,
Thank you.
I can't believe you didn't notice it.
you're such an a-hole.
I had seen that picture.
It's a cute picture, isn't
Go
it?
on.
Isn't it a cute
Oh,
picture?
I had to do the saludos.
Hola, Maggie. What did I mean? Actually went to find my damn picture.
I want to know who 956 finding 956 baby daddies is.
I know who he is.
Is it
I love him. He's a good friend of mine. This is why I follow Erasmo. So much evil greed is going on in Brazil. That's why I felt I experienced it myself.
that's why I left.
I still have a good crush on you. Vasquez isn't up for re-election. He's running against Trevino. Yeah.
I think you said Cascos is running for re-election.
No. I wasn't referring to Cascos. I was
Well, I
referring
guess back into being a county judge.
what
'Cause
I
he
was
was a county judge before.
what I was referring to, and maybe it just came out wrong. What I was referring to is that these people, and I think because Sam had mentioned Cascos, that I was referring to Cascos. No, Cascos is running against these people. These people include Eddie. Oh, did I say Cascos? Maybe
I
Trevino,
think so.
Garza, and Joey Lopez, whatever the guy's name is. Those are the guys we need out. Good evening. Good evening. I'm probably going to rattle a couple of cages here, but it's a sincere question. Going back to the topic of the Libro grant and the remodeling of the school libraries, how do they justify the fact that some schools received amazing remodels and furniture, and the last schools that were worked on did not? I think part of this is
Question.
Maggie, how was yours?
Mine is amazing. I think our remodel is amazing, but that's because BISD stepped in and did a lot of the work. That wasn't, I don't think, was meant for BISD to do initially. The first libraries had the grant pay for a lot of stuff that the last libraries had BISD maintenance do. So
I think part of the problem is that they had run out of the money, so they were just like putting nickels and dimes together to say we got you something. But again, my concern is, and I agree. That my concern is, it's not. Look, it's not administration's fault. It's not the board of trustees' fault. It's not the Barrera's fault. It's not the Ratas, these other people, construction companies' fault. It's the voters' fault. Because at the end of the day, guys, the voters are the ones that pick the individuals that they are choosing to oversee what happens at the school district. And again, and I'll use the school, and I'm using the school district only because we're talking about a school matter, but it happens at the city as well. As it happens at the port, it happens at TSC, it happens in all elected at the county, especially. The problem is you've got these individuals out there that are supposed to oversee this. But let's talk about BISD, guys. How and we've talked about some of the ones. How many times has any board member addressed any of the raterio going on at BISD?
Not anytime recently that I've heard of.
Never. Because not even with Sylvia Atkinson. When Sylvia Atkinson was out there stealing money, using Drew Brown, Prissy Roca Tipton, and Minerva Peña as her votes out there, not once did any other board member come out to talk about it, to mention it. I
Except
was,
for you.
except for me, the only individual since then, the only individual that has brought to the attention the fertilizer crap. I'm doing the Maggie cussing thing again. Maggie, you're a bad influence.
Crap.
The fertilizer thing. It was me. Talk about the records department with what's that guy's name?
The one who did the money that was getting BISD employees to do the work for Westlaco or Mercedes?
Mercedes. Can't remember the guy's name.
I can't either.
Arambula. Arambula issue. Again, it was me. When has anyone
Addressed it?
huh?
Addressed it?
No one. The fertilizer crap.
At a meeting, outside of a meeting. What are you doing? What are you looking at?
I'm trying to go back to Mr. Lozada. I think your PIR on me proved you wrong. Oh, now I get it. A public information request. I'll address that right now. Not one has come out. Not one individual has come out to say this is the issue. This is the problem. So my concern is, Maggie, we've got a board. You know, they're out there to oversee the administration while they wheel and deal on these things. You know,
Yeah.
and nothing.
And I was sitting here thinking about it. You know why also our campus, my library, I think came out wonderful was because even though by the time we were year three, and by the way, Erasmo, when you were on the board, Longoria Elementary was put as year 3, and it slipped out of Mr. Barrera's mouth one time that they already had a heads up that that school was going to get closed, and that's why they went. And the grant got awarded before Longoria was being talked about being closed.
Yeah, but let me again, and I don't want it to sound like a cop out because I did what I could do while on the board. Again, folks, you gave me very little. I had nothing because I was in the minority always on that board. Sylvia Atkinson controlled that.
I was going to say, what do you mean we gave you little? Longoria in the Victoria Heights and the Resaca teachers showed up to the board meetings. But we realized later on by then the decision had already been made.
Already been made. But what I'm saying is that I was on the minority.
Okay.
The decision was already made. With that said, I will say this, guys, is that schools needed to be closed. Part of the and let me say this. Part of the problem is previous administration, they overshot. But let's go back into the contracts thing. It's the same thing, Maggie. Oh, let's build another school. Let's build another school. Let's build another school. And it's just contracts going everywhere. That's part of the problem. You need to elect individuals onto a board that are not a part of the corrupt political machine. Just need to.
Okay, but now let me say, I started going back. Also, the reason why, even though Canales was year 3 and we were towards the end where the money was running out, my principal stood up for and defended a lot of having BISD step in and do what we could get done, maintenance, do what they could get done, because it was also an old library. It was 30 years old. The carpet was amazingly dirty. We had everybody with allergies having issues. The paint needed to be redone. It was from the 80s. But we also
quick question though. Did that carpet get cleaned like routinely? Like how they request from restaurants?
No.
Because I know in the restaurants they requested it to be cleaned like at least once a week.
No, and we had a permanent
there's lots of foot traffic.
We had a permanent leak we kept requesting to get fixed, and they would fix it, and then we'd have the leak and the whole side of the carpet would get all wet.
Nasty with mold.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We had teachers that like 2 minutes into the library and they'd start clogging up right away. We had kids doing that too. The other thing is,
the lawsuit wouldn't happen, ain't it?
Let me tell you. The other thing is also that my principal also got the art teacher to do a lot of the work for us, and we got the custodians to help us out in a lot of stuff. So I painted one office, the custodians painted another office, our art teacher did a lot of the artwork in the library. So there was a lot of pitching in that made up for the lack of money by the time it got to our turn,
From the overpayment of for other companies.
or other libraries, because we were each supposed to get 90,000. That's what we were told at the beginning. Even though we argued, some are brand new schools, some are older schools, it doesn't seem fair that everybody gets
No,
the exact
right.
same amount.
Yeah,
But it
because
didn't work out that way anyway. I've heard that some of the schools got 200,000.
going back into Sam's thing, if you got an old school that has a muggy, rotten
Mm-hmm.
carpet, they're going to need more funds than 90,000. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
90,000 is probably half of it's going to go just for the floor.
Or why not just update it and just put like tile or wood flooring or
They
something?
did laminate. It
Laminate?
looks really nice. Yeah. But then there was furniture, the paint job, the shelving.
The
So
new
now they're
The
doing the whole buffing? Or
huh?
no? Are they now coming in and buffing and waxing it?
We have brand new floor. Nobody needs to buff or wax.
Okay.
Keep up with
I'm
the
like I'm,
comments.
I'm hoping they will like eventually start on that, because if not, it's gonna go to waste in a couple of years, because it
Well,
does get like foot traffic.
we're down from 4 custodians. Our campus is down to 1 these past couple of days. One is out sick, another one is in and out all the time, and then the other 2 overlap each other. So half the time we're down to 1 custodian, and I'm sweeping the library right now, and I'm getting ready to start cleaning the bathrooms in our library because we don't have
Yeah, that's crazy. But
enough
are
work.
there openings there that nobody's applying for, or what is the
I
issue?
don't know. I don't know.
No, they're trying to get rid of staff.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one of the reasons why they're not
That's
making a big
ridiculous,
fuss
man.
about it. But we're going to go into that the last 5 minutes that we have.
Nobody, not last 5 minutes. Let's go.
But I do want to address
Oh, go.
that was wrong in regards to public information. Let me tell you, yes, I was wrong. But the reason that I was wrong is because, again, going back into, I didn't have the spaces in between. And when you don't have the spaces in between, you get, and I'll address it. You get this little message over here, and the message was incorrect. And it was. And I know exactly, well, a couple of them. I know exactly which public information request that I submitted that I was going like, what the hell? With that said, I think that because of the way that the public information request was written, I'm sure that you all know where that information came from. And let me tell you, after there was clarification in regards to the request, I went out there and said, stop giving me faulty information, because we exist here on information, and that's all we want. We just want information. And you're right. The public information request that I submitted was wrong. I accept it because the information that I received was wrong. And then I got a little testy with the individual.
Which part was wrong though?
Well, it made
The
mention.
part, are you talking about the whole Brian issue?
No, not the Brian issue. The Brian, I think that we were kind of spot on the Brian issue. It had to do with the Camille Playhouse, I think. Can't remember.
Oh yeah,
I
the
can't-
Midi Culture District.
Yeah, I can't remember the wording on it, but it was incorrect. And I said, after I got clarification, I said, do not ever send me information that cannot deal with faulty information. But again, and I'm not doing a cop out or in defense. Lava estos trastes, Samuel. But when you have these lagunas of no information, then you have to submit open records requests, PIR. I don't even. I think public information request. I think that's the way I worded. That's why I didn't know what it was. Well, did you take Mama to Monterrey? Yes, I actually was out there at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Con una cara que no te sabe.
Yeah, she puts some pictures. She puts some pictures, and I'm going like, why did you put up that picture? I didn't.
Tenías una cara que you're not a morning person at all.
Oh, please send me that picture, Sam. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not friends with his mom.
It's
So.
hilarious.
He'll send it to you. It was horrible. I'm going like, couldn't you put a better picture up there? But because I'm such a great son, I did take her all the way to Monterrey, and I drove my Beautiful behind but back. Roy is a bad example for the progress of Brownsville. He's a bad example for a lot of things.
How so?
I just, it's
He's just messing around. He's
not really, Sam. We are in an outlier,
Liar.
huh? Outlier.
Outlier.
Well, thank you, Doctor Degree person.
I'm reading a book on outliers right now.
Like I said, he's controlled and run by Northern, especially those that vote Democrat. Bastards. I just got an email notification from Lincoln about a recommendation in the executive director role with Midi Cultural District. Ooh, I actually applied for that. The corruption is this. Of course I did. Good evening, Fernando.
Hey, Mr. Woody.
There's no time on the show, but let me explain how Brownsville doesn't care about culture. I love you. Buenas noches a los tres. Will Brownsville ever get a skyscraper, a 50, 70-story building? Yeah, no.
no.
Brownsville, that's why I'm leaving Brownsville. You make a residential area like, don't go! Homes in the counter at least 10% cheaper and have more laws that come
You're part of that diversity we need here.
Homes in the counter. There's a God. He placed one foot in McAllen, one in Harlingen, took a Brownsville is not in between Harlingen and McAllen unless he's squatting in an awkward position.
That's a horrible thing to say.
Thank you for asking for a stop to faulty info, but no, I have no idea where the faulty info came from for the inspired the PIR. Really? I figured.
Oops.
I figured. And again, I don't. I don't reveal anything that anyone says to me, but if you read the PIR, you know that that's people inside that are very, very close to these individuals. That's just the way it happens. But again, look, we got clarification on most of the stuff that were out there. I still didn't like a lot of the answers out there, but hey, I can accept the answers. We've got answers, because someone. And look, again, I appreciate the fact that Mr. Dos Santos is the only one out there speaking. Only one out there on the city commission speaking. Only one that takes questions, and I can appreciate that. We don't have, and again, and I'll say this because, we discussed this on that show, Maggie. I, didn't like a lot of the responses that Mr. De Los Santos says, but I'm respecting the fact that he goes out here and says it. We don't.
You respect the fact that there is a response.
Yeah. We don't have to agree on everything. Maggie and I don't agree on everything. I mean, we haven't agreed on everything from the start. It doesn't mean that I go like, screw you, Maggie, and your bad language.
Besides the fact you both like books.
We agree on a lot of stuff, though, don't we?
We do, but I mean, remember, when you first started coming out here, Maggie, let me tell you, you were liberal as crap. I mean, sorry, I shouldn't say that word, Maggie. You're a bad influence on me. But you were on the leftist side, and I was more on the conservative.
I'm trying to remember when she started to come out, like on the show.
But then
after March 4th.
But then we started to meld, and it was like kind of a cool little thing. But does not like, oh, I hate you. Wow, she'll never come on the show again. No, we don't have to agree on everything. It's just the way America is.
Go.
Doesn't. And again, with Mr. Los Santos, I don't agree with a lot of things Mr. Los Santos has stated, even here. But respect where respect is due, and respect an individual's opinion, respect an individual's truths, and respect an individual's right to pursue happiness any which way that they want.
As long as they're not hurting anybody. Okay, so I retract my statement. It's negative Nancy and nervous Nelly. I was wrong. I was wrong.
The Liberian one is wrong.
Yes. And 2, Mr. De Los Santos, thank you for explaining hot taxes, because my daughter today asked, so what's up with the arena? Okay. And my husband
it's kind of repeating the T part, though.
Huh?
It's supposed to be hot tax, because the T in hot is taxes, and you're saying hot taxes. So it's actually a hot tax.
So then, no, but they still call it hot tax.
It shouldn't be, because you're repeating taxes.
Taxes, yeah. So, but I was going to tell you, so my daughter and my husband were having a discussion on how the arena would benefit and how it would be negative. And I'm like, well, it's bringing in hot taxes. And my husband turned to me and was like, and you'd care to explain that? I'm like, well, of course. Let me tell you what hot taxes are. So
Let me
thank you,
slap
Mr.
you
De
with
Los
some
Santos.
info.
I
Boom.
I I came at it like I knew what I was talking about. Go. Sorry.
That's good though.
Okay,
Erasmo.
hold on. Uh, I'm going to agree to disagree in regards to the writing. Again, let me say this: like, did not get him a job. I don't think I ever made mention that he had a job with the city of Brownsville at taxpayers' expense. That's what a lot of other people were saying. I said no. I never thought that, and not at all. And it is in a city position. And again, I would not say all costs are paid by commissioner, because I think that there's a very very thin line. This is my opinion. Still think that there's a very very thin line in regards to anyone out there, an individual out there, having a city email and city badge. Still going to say it again. Don't have to agree on it, but it was an
Yeah,
answer.
I think that was the issue, the whole badge and the email.
Not
And
the
then within the emails, there's I guess emails being sent out contacting other
yeah
um, elements or other sources with the city email, and then switching between the city email and the other emails that he has with other organizations.
yeah.
And then as well, the is it United Way as well that he's with? I think he was contacting the city employees or city departments with in regards with United Way issues.
And I'll say this again. You gave an answer, and I can respect the answer, Mr. Dos Santos.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, and I said that. I don't agree with it. I don't think that anyone out there should have a city email just because they are employed by a city commissioner. That's my opinion on it. And I sure as hell don't think that an individual should be having a badge. It's just my opinion on it. Again, you stated your stance, and again, I can respect that. I just don't have to agree with it. Doesn't mean that I hate the commissioner. It's not. It's just I just don't agree. I think there shouldn't be a badge, because in regards to the response that Mr. Dos Santos gave, it was a good response. A little bit for me on the political. It was a good response. Good response. As
I still think you should get the one for chief information officer for the city of Bronzeville.
I agree. I just want that badge. But and Mr. Santos explained the email thing, and again, I'm okay with it. I don't agree with it. I'm okay with it. It's a done deal. With that said, the emails working for me, emails great, but the badge, you know, I mean, you're not sending emails with a badge. She's information officer. Now I'm starting to like it. Now I agree with you. At least we're not like corpus. Corpus.
And corporate is pretty bad. Like people don't appreciate the valley until they leave the valley.
Maggie, reality is a terrible thing. I think Santos is a PR guy for the city.
Mhm.
Let me tell you,
Well, you're supposed to be an ambassador as a commissioner. You're supposed to be an ambassador for the city.
yeah, I agree. Believe it or not, Brownsville isn't brown.
It's all
That's
shades
a
of
light
brown.
conversation with you guys. Good discussion. Yeah, again, you're okay, and I consider you all as
You're
friends.
okay.
We're good. Hey,
You're okay.
I'll say this. You know, haven't
Go, because we still haven't talked about
but what really trips
That's
me
going to
out,
be on the last 5 minutes. Hold
no,
on.
what Snoopy wanted to talk about.
what really trips me out is he's out here saying we're all of us friends, but then the only ones that got invited to breakfast were Maggie and Sam.
No. The only ones that got invited to breakfast was Mr. De Los Santos and Sam. I was the one who brought up breakfast.
No, but then he went out and said, "Oh, hi Maggie, hi Sam," and we're like, "I'm still here."
Okay, you can come. You can come to breakfast.
Thank you. A cheese information officer. I'll take it.
Is that it?
No, let me say those are all comments. Maggie, very quickly, in regards to the consolidating Cromac with Castañeda, let me say there are going to be not only a lot of parents, and a lot of parents who have their kids at the school upset. You're going to have a hell lot of individuals who actually went to Cromac. Cromac is a historical school in the city of Brownsville.
Is it?
It is. A lot of great people went to Cromac.
Just because Erasmo went there.
Oh, okay. I'm
But-
getting
I
the dirty looks
understand it
on
would
my
take a
face.
lot more money to kind of renovate it, right? That's the whole deal.
No.
It would take a lot more money to renovate it.
Well, Garza is a mess. See, Garza is a mess. They've already put in a lot of new buildings at uh,
But
Cromac.
that one's way older, ain't it?
Yeah, it's
Are they around the same age?
no. Cromac is way older than Garza. I would say. I think Cromac was back in the 1950s or 40s, and then Garza was probably in the 70s. Early.
Like El Jardín has been there for years.
Oh
No,
yeah, Dad went to El
that
Jardín.
one's going into 100 years pretty soon, ain't it?
Something. But all those schools get treated like crap. But at Jardín, they've invested so much into it that they're probably not going to be able to destroy it. But anyway, the consolidating of the schools, let me tell you guys, it's ahorita lavo los trastes, viejita, te prometo. The consolidating of the schools is going to be a major issue because a lot of individuals are going to come up in arms. Hey, don't you see that a lot of people are going to be upset about consolidating schools?
Is there a choice? Did you guys give us a choice? You didn't give us a choice at Longoria.
No, but that was the smart thing to do. This is a
And
little
they're also reducing on staff, right? Once they put them together.
100% because they've already mentioned that in the chart.
So you mean what you're saying is they should have closed down the small campuses that have 200 and some kids instead of consolidating Cromac and Castañeda.
What I
That's what
think,
you're saying?
what I think is that we shouldn't have lost all those damn students to begin with.
Okay, well,
We shouldn't have lost all those damn students to begin with. But again, guys, the issue lies with the voters. The voters elected these people into office that were always out there turning a blind eye. Right now, Maggie, we found out about Arambula, about the maintenance department, about this crap with the Libro grant.
But even with putting
Hey,
spotlights on other issues,
before I lose it, we found out about this because of technology, because of internet, because of all this other stuff. Can you imagine how much crap happened in the past when there was no one out there screaming at the top of their lungs?
yep,
I mean, we catch 10%, Maggie,
I
and, we,
know.
and we've caught a lot, and we caught 10%. What about the other 90 that we haven't caught yet?
Did you see? Did you see the other schools they want to consolidate also?
Yes, Garza.
No. What they talked about in tonight's meeting,
Which ones?
BLA and back. They
Oh,
want to
BLA.
put those two together too.
That's a mistake.
how are you gonna put those two together?
They're going to send
And-
everyone over there to back. And this, unless, again, I don't know what's going on. Unless they want to completely, finally give Cummings to the zoo.
They should.
No, in the meeting they talked about Cummings being used for
Tech.
CT. For
It's a-
CT, and they asked if there
Yeah,
was
but
enough
that's where they
classrooms
will
in
put
there.
the whole veterinary program, wouldn't they?
No, because
Have they installed a veterinary program yet? Or no?
no, they haven't. But the problem was the city. The city screwed up. The city screwed up. The city should have gone out there and I mean, I went to Gladys Porter Zoo. I spoke with the director of Gladys Porter Zoo and with Commissioner my friend Ben Nice. You know, I went out there with them and we said, guys, let's do this. Let's move on it. I said, let's do it now before we put more money into Cummings because we were about to install that electrical plant generator crap in order to power the CTE program before we got that Toyota arm and stuff, and we implemented all these things. Let's do it now because it's going to cost you a lot more money later on. Let's do it.
Well, that's what Ida from AOBE said. Also, as far as the planning comes along, they just spent $90,000 at the library in Cromac and the library in Castañeda. So now, and that it just got done. The Cromac library just got done in December.
Going back into Sam's point, there's no planning. You know, there's no master plan. There's nothing. But again, at the end of the day, Maggie, we talked about this last year. They need to start planning and projecting, Maggie, for the lack of students that is coming. And they'll go. And what happened at the start of the year, Maggie? Oh no, Erasmo's wrong. We've got 75, 80% of the students back. Well, if you got 75 or 80% of the students back, why are you closing schools? Oh, sorry, consolidating schools. Does that make sense, Maggie?
Like, why spend that money on that if you're gonna like close it down?
Exactamente.
Right.
But Sam, at the beginning of the year, they were just trying to prove me wrong. Well, we got 70 some, 80% of the students back. It wasn't true. It wasn't true. So now who's screwed? Teachers, students, parents. Those are the.
And what they did keep saying at the board meeting was that no one's going to lose their job. Okay.
You know that's not true.
But
That's as true as the $5,000 bonus or the raise that they're gonna get.
but the two campuses being made into one, that's hurting one entire campuses that gets closed down. Supposedly they're already they're talking about I lost my train of thought, about still talking to the parents of the schools and asking them what they thinking for the input.
It's bullshit.
That's what I'm like. It sounds like the decision's already made.
I almost said a bad word. It's bullcrap. You know that, Maggie. Sam, you should know that. It's bullcrap. Anytime that they go out, oh, well, we're going to have the superintendent go talk to. It's bullcrap. It's not going to happen. The decision's already been made. I know. I was
making you think like, oh, we just want your feedback, but it's already done deal.
Guys, I was on the board when we closed 3 schools. If you think for a second that going out there and talking to teachers and stuff was going to change anyone's mind, and then you are delusional.
And I wish you guys could have seen the parents, mothers, and fathers and their children outside those school board meetings, because we didn't all fit in. I wish you could have seen how disappointed and the crying that was going on when all our schools were getting closed, because it breaks your heart. That's a little small community that gets taken
away. It is. Like I know that from the administration down, they've been suffering with the whole stress from the whole COVID and of the whole planning and studying and all those extra hours that they're putting in and being underpaid and being shown that other districts get paid more, and then to be a slap in the face with this closings, and you're not even knowing if you're going to have a job the following year
or where you're going to be at, because supposedly we're not going to lose our job. They're not going to lose their jobs.
No, they're just going to get sent around to the farthest school for their home. Look, it's bullcrap. And if anyone out there believes that your input is going to make an ounce of difference, you're wrong. With that said, you better be out there at the damn meeting complaining. You better be holding up signs, because even though the decision is made, the community needs to be aware. The community needs to know that you are pissed because elections are coming up in November. And if you bring back anyone that is currently sitting on that board, then you are stupid. Stupid. If any one of the board members gets reelected, this community is stupid.
And we had only about 33 teachers, not even just teachers, but 33 staff show up tonight at tonight's board meeting there to request increase in pay. And I was thinking what you said, and I was almost like, come on. There's a whole other argument going on here while I'm talking about this.
No,
okay.
But Maggie, you see, you're right. You've got 6,600 employees.
And they weren't just asking for money for the teachers. They were asking for $15 minimum pay for staff.
3,200 teachers. 30 short of?
Yeah.
But everyone sends Erasmo Castro message. Everyone's out there like, put this in our list.
It's because I understand they feel like if they talk, they're gonna feel some sort of retaliation. Like earlier this week, I was in a meeting and it was with teachers, and they were asking about they asked about how their perception towards administration, what are they doing, around campus do they feel like you're being helped from administration, and sometimes they don't want to talk because it's like, well, you're an administrator, I don't have that open door with you guys to tell you straight out, you know what, you need to get on the ball and help some more, type of deal.
Yeah, if you're afraid of showing up, I came up with an idea of, if you want to be there but you don't want to be seen there, hey, face mask, sunglasses, and a baseball cap, and you're not as easy to recognize.
No, but that's just that's.
But I mean, teachers in LA showed up with brown bags over their head because they're afraid of retaliation. So it's a message that's being
No, no,
sent.
I know.
It's
Now,
the
Right.
message that's being sent.
I would love to see 300 teachers out at least. At least 300 teachers out there.
Not just teachers.
Well, everyone, community members, families of teachers.
Because you said that they were trying to talk we have like the paraprofessionals, right?
Yeah,
Like for
and the
the $15.
custodians and everybody, staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is reasonable because if you go anywhere else, it's about that same uh price range or what's it called wage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and they brought up percentages. They talked about nationwide percentages of inflation, comparison of job increase versus inflation increase, and teachers, I think in Brownsville, are at a 2% decrease when you take into consideration all the inflation that's going on right now. Even if you give us a raise, even if we were going to get a $3,000 raise, they brought it up, we'd still be lowest paid. I don't even think we're midpoint. I think we need
Yeah.
at least a $4,000 raise for teachers to make us midpoint with the valley. Sorry. Watch the board. It's good.
And then like you're
watch the board
go and
meeting.
fight
It's
for
good.
that raise, and then you hear all this stuff about them stealing money. So it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
again,
True.
So I would be like pissed off if that were to happen.
but
If I was in those
it's so trippy, Sam, because we've still been right about everything in regards to all the trances they're doing, and only 30 people
and
show.
that's the ones that we hear about, not
Yeah.
the ones that are still
Yeah.
goes behind closed
yeah,
doors.
we didn't even talk about the triple T thing today, but we will tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. So that
I still don't know what triple T is.
like I sent you the
You
document.
sent me a picture of something that said triple T,
No,
but the definition of it, I have no idea what it is.
They talked about it at the meeting tonight also.
Do you know what that stands for, Maggie?
I know what it is, but I don't know what it stands for.
Because when I Googled it, it was like troops to teachers, and I don't think that's what it meant.
No, it has something to do with job training for the life skill students, the way I understood it. But if they did that, if they brought it over to Lincoln Park, that would also offer job training for the teenage pregnant girls that they have there.
it's the coming together. It's let's talk about it tomorrow. Just create. Let me see. Just create masks of Erasmo and hand them out to people. That would really trip them out. That
Would be crazy.
that
That's your next job right there,
that would be crazy, and that would be one of the
dude.
smartest
Have
things.
like the whole face. I mean,
That-
that's more.
Let me tell you that. Now that there's no greater protest than that.
Holding it like this or with a rubber band?
Rubber bands.
That would be amazing. That
But
would.
some people you can tell them by the body shape.
Ahorita como there was a friend of ours that was in Monterrey. Que iba a Monterrey from Brownsville, y le decían la frijolito,
The what?
la frijolito, porque tenía el cuerpo de frijolito. It was so funny because I'd go there and I'd laugh about it, and then I figured, hey man, when I leave Monterrey, I wonder what they call me.
So we can give them their Erasmo face mask and kilts.
That'd be amazing. Now that would send a damn message.
So,
And
All right,
then everybody looks the same.
All right, guys, have a great evening.
that'd be something crazy. So when's the next meeting?
Sam's not even know.
This Tuesday, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Isn't it the first Tuesday of the month?
It's the first of the month.
Which one is the city commissioners meeting? The first Monday of the month? Second Tuesday of the month?
It's the first of the month.
Erasmo, what's the BIC meeting? The first Tuesday of the month or the second Tuesday of the month?
First Tuesday. But you know that song? It's the first of the month.
No, I don't.
I'm getting my welfare check.
Oh, you sang it before. Yes.
Soy Latino, hablo español. I'm brown, dude. Who am I? I know you're wrong white guy, Mr. Nobody. Guys, have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. I will continue to talk tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Guys, have a beautiful City Commission is the first and third Tuesday. Gracias.
Thank you. I couldn't remember
Yeah.
which one.
Yeah, but that's for the
That's-
city commission. That's the one you're trying to go for is the BISD, ain't it?
The BIZ is the first Saturday, should be the first Tuesday, and I think they had this meeting out there so that they would be ready to vote on Tuesday. So it makes sense. But it won't
All
be
right,
this.
bye.
It won't be this Tuesday. It'll be this Tuesday. This coming Tuesday.
Yeah.
I will be in Cancun. Guys, have a great day. Again, tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning. Have a great one, Commissioner. See ya next week. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.